Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 18, Pioneer. 79, Broncos.
Straight to the air they go. It gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
60 Vikings, 7 Pirates, Warriors 70. Ready?
From the gun, Milrow. He throws a bullet to the center. Big gain downfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Ready?
Here's Walker running right. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60.
There's a dive up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Okay, ready?
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready? Hawks, 70 Lions. Let's go.
Back to throw. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
60 Bobcats, 6.
from the gun on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Shotgun now for Milroe. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Give him 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Seahawks
First down throw here from Milroe. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. And now they face second down.
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70.
Milroe from the gun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's third down. Third and long.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They need some extra time to think over third and long. We've got a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready?
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready, ready.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
19 tight, 19, 18, 5 in. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Here he goes, third and long. Forced out to his right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Wow, they must really trust this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Get it. Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Mustang 19.
Takes the second down snap. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They need some extra time to think over third and long. We've got a timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to one to work with now. Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down.
Come on, Panther 11, Panther 11, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt, right there, hurt. Check, Bobcat, Hut.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
He's running with it, and they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
70 Timberwolves, 19 Lions, cut my team, 18, fight it.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. To the left, he's got a ruler up. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
19, 8, Bronco 80, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, hut. 70 Ranger, ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On the set.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Ready.
Throwing now. Milrow. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Hurry.
Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. Go.
From the red zone now. Throws caught. And he's brought down at the line. A quarter down. 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Back now for the 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Now it's Milrow. There's a screen out for Walker. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 18. Cowboy 80. Cougar 19. Trap 60.
3rd and long for him here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Go check. Go check. Let go.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Shotgun snap. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Stay hurt. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready, right?
3rd down from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the ready.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Go. 70 Timberwolves.
Milrow with it on 1st. Hits his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
19
2nd
Charger.
and
19.
3
Buffalo
at the
18.
31-yard line.
60 back. 19 tight. 19. Mustang 19.
He'll work against the blitz. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
Walker now from the gun. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Offense up to the line fast.
19 Lions.
From the gun, Milrow. Caught, nice gain left side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down.
Dragon 60. Bronco 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
49ers nothing.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Hits him on the out route. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go. Come back team. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 79 Broncos.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers jump over the lead off before the half. Sanders connects on the point after. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10.
49ers 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
18, run, go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Taking a shot deep here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. Porting down the field, and he's got it. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They pick up a 34 yards on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first. And goes to the hurry up here.
Mustang 19.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. It's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Ready.
19 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
19 Lions. Here we go. Set.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Ready?
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Back on 80. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Joe Rowe from the gun. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready. Let go.
On the draw, it's Walker. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go. Check, check, check. Bronco 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready?
Throwing here just before halftime. He's throwing deep to the left side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On the set.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Set it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, right?
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
As a corner in this league, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Now it's Milroe in the offense, looking to go for two.
Come on,
The Seahawks will line up for the
19
two-point
Tigers.
conversion.
Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. All right, partner, it's only one extra point on the scoreboard, but come on. If you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on two there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face, and yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready,
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up.
ready, come 19, Cowboy 80.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here we go, shot. 60 Eagles, 60. Ready.
Handoff on second and short. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for third down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work, too.
Let's go now. Cougar 19, Viking 18. Let go.
Back-to-back carries here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Back to pass on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 6-yard pick.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Panther 11.
Offense to line. This is second and 4.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. 60, Viking 18. Bronco 80. Cougar 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
They are throwing it again. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers shrinking the lead some in the third. George Pickens the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the 49ers get it back to a 14-point game. Now we'll see the medical team head out to the Seahawks. Have an injured player who's in some obvious pain there. Sanders defenders all set to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
On the jump.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Ready up.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Running with Walker again. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 18, Rodley. Trap 60, trap 60.
Milroe looking to throw. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Hey.
2nd and 10, Milroe to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, 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 check. 79 Broncos, 19 Lions.
airing it out to start this drive. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Go! Cowboy 80! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal!
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
They go play action on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Viking 18! Pioneer!
Back to throw. He's on target. Watkins. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 15-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go now!
Looking inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They go to him again. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. Sanders connects on the point after. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10.
49ers 21. Jason Sanders set to kick
That
off.
lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Shaheed now to return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Panther 11! Panther! Ready! Cougar 19! 60 Bobcats! Trap 60! Trap 60! Ready!
To the air, Milrow. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On the jump!
So 1st down from the 41.
18 runners. Here we go. Set. 60 by 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Ready, up.
To throw, here's Milrow. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Let's go, let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
19 tight, 19 tight. Left thing, 19. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go.
Heads out on the bootleg. Chased out to his right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Ready?
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Cowboy 80. Come on, come on.
Trying for it with Milrow. He's got it to his running back. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19, 18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18 Cardinal, trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks 48-yard line.
Ready?
He finds Pickens left side. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker. Offense to the line fast.
70, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready?
McCaffrey on 3rd down. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. We've set it down from 37.
19 tight. Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Street. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Go.
Throwing from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Going again on 2nd and 10. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Ready.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
79 Broncos. 60 Bison. 60 Maverick.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
Panther 60. 18. Pioneer. Trap 60.
They are throwing it again. That's incomplete left side. He was looking for Jordan Watkins that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Okay.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Bronco 80. Check. Dragon 60. Cowboy 80. Hey, crash.
Sticking to the air here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10.
Jason Sanders is set to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Shaheed now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 Lions. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler.
gonna pass it here. On the move, hit it right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Horton the motion man. 3rd and long for him here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Here's Milrose, 1st and 10. Complete. Oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
This really should be the last place and the last down.
So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
On the jump.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Red. Cut like this. Cowboy 80. Warriors 70. Panther 11.
Now it's Milroe. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
From the gun, Milroe. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
7 Pirates, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Milroe throwing again now on 2nd down. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights, and the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Let's go now.
They go play action on 1st down. Trying to push deep downfield. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
This will be the final play of the game.
18, Pioneer. Viking, 18. 79 Broncos.
The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest.
70 Rangers. Bronco 80.
One final shot here. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.